Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at basically to cut a long story short, the Ultra Green Frieza and my build for him. Now it's super important, I think, to understand that Frieza is pretty cool. He looks really solid. There's a lot of stuff he does that I think is super interesting. Him and Goku are the first time we've ever had dual Ultra units, so it's going to be interesting to see if his kit is impacted at all by that. Obviously, functionally speaking, he can work on powerful opponents team, Frieza Saga team, Ninja Evil team. No real problems around that. In terms of boosts, you can see them on the left hand side. In terms of equipment, you can see it on the left hand side. Now Frieza full power, look, very cool, very awesome unit. Main ability, draw ultimate arts card next, health up 20%, ki up 20, unique gauge 100, Dragon Balls +1, enemy Dragon Balls -1. Ultra ability, when leader, plus 30% damage, plus 30% ki recovery, when not leader per lean into the evil battle, support member, damage +5, ki +5, which is pretty cool. Unique ability or starter ability, so his basic is damage plus 300%, damage guard 200%, ki recovery 50%, draw speed +1, blast arts -5, special move arts cost -10, active gauge +30, endurance 50%, recovery, all uncancelable. Full power of despair, he has on battlefield entry, draw 1 card if hand has 3 or fewer. Health up 15%, ki up 50, nullify damage received, element disadvantage, 15 timer counts, enemy ki -30, on strike blast arts use, ki +10, damage of 30%, nullify special action cover changes. When hit by an enemy's arts, activation resets on switch, health up 10%, ally sub count -3, enemy ki -10, or enemy arts costs +15, or enemy sub counts +2. When on battlefield, an enemy activates special move ultimate arts, awaken arts, or rising rush. You will nullify attribute downgrades, cancel attribute downgrades, apply subcount -10, and cancel enemy buffs. His special action cover changes against strike arts can be comboed into a special move. His unique gauge. When his unique gauge becomes full, he gets health up of 10%, ki up of 50, damage up of 20, active gauge of 30, cancel attribute downgrades. On death beam activation with a full unique gauge, you will draw 1 card if hand has 3 or fewer, nullify elemental disadvantages, and penetrate endurance. So it's important to take note that Frieza's death beam, his active gauge, can be used at any time. So if you have at least 40% in the active gauge, you can use it at any time. Also activate the death beam, which can allow you to nullify special action cover change, as well as also set up to combo. On hit, it can deal damage to the enemy and affect the enemy with heavy bleed. It combos into anything: strike arts, blast arts, special move arts, ultimate arts, and ultimately, it's very good. The big issue that you're going to have is that its payoff is better if you are at full gauge. Overall, the death beam is something that's very useful. Like, it's something that helps out a ton, largely because of the fact that what it does do is it gives you a very strong kind of central basis to combo into players, to interrupt attacks, interrupt special moves, and it can interrupt a lot. Like, I've used it to interrupt ultimate arts, I've used it to interrupt special arts, I've used it to interrupt rush combos, I've used it to interrupt a ton of abilities. So it's not like it's even something you can't easily utilize. It's actually quite easily utilized to combo and disrupt the opposition. It also has a no delay between activation, so unlike the special beam, which I think still does more damage, obviously, the special beam had that short delay into activation, but the death beam has much more instant cast. So For me, the Death Beam has definitely been a great move. It's been great to set things up. It's been great to hold things down. It's been great to break combos. It's been great to interrupt the enemy. It just does a lot. Like, it's just been a very, very useful ability. So I think for me, there's definitely a lot of merit to this, Death Beam ability. Now, in terms of his moves, nothing too much. Blast helps his activation gauge, which is pretty cool. His green card gives him health, ki, activation gauge, and damage up for 30 counts. If you manage to hit with his green, you will draw 1 card. If your hand is 3 or fewer, and all enemy sub counts go up by 2, which is pretty solid stuff. Comboable into strike arts, blast arts, special move arts, and ultimate arts, which is cool. So another big combo ability alongside the Death Beam, alongside everything else. Really, really good stuff. Then the special arts, special move damage up 30%, inflict enemy with an extreme bleed, or enemy damage received plus 30%, or enemy health restoration minus 50%. And on his ultimate arts card, ultimate damage up 50%, penetrates endurance, on hit destroys the entire enemy hand, seal the enemy blast attacks, and all enemy sub counts on switch go up by 2, which is pretty big. So Frieza is pretty cool. He can be used for a lot of stuff. So he has endurance, it helps a lot. He can also be used for, being able to just kind of control the battlefield. What he really thrives at, though, is kind of really knocking the opponent out of kilter. When you switch him in, his ability to just switch through that combo, give himself some pretty strong, kind of countermeasures to the enemy comboing, and then being able to kind of set yourself up with a long-range Death Beam, or even potentially just kind of setting yourself up with a combo, finishing it off with a Death Beam. Death Beam has been great for a lot of ways, starting combos, finishing combos, but one of the biggest fun things about it has been the cancellation of endurance. So when you know someone's endurance is about to take effect, but your combo ends, like often you'll have units that are like, when endurance activates, destroy all the cards in your enemy's hand. Doesn't matter with Frieza. Frieza just uses the Death Beam and destroys your opponent. So it's pretty cool in that way. Yeah, I think Frieza's been a ton of fun to use. I've had a great time using him. I'm probably going to switch him to a Lineage of Evil team rather than Frieza Saga. He's been great. Bye.